Ladies and gents, Six Figs here from YouTube. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Ava Labs Avax scandal that is just tripping everybody up on the web, especially on the toxic battleground known as Twitter. We are also going to be discussing some new developments that have happened the last few days that you might not be aware about. And we're also going to go over the Avax charts, and we're also going to just look at Bitcoin, some general crypto analysis on that at the end. So let's get into this. So welcome back to the channel, everyone. Subscribe, like, all that jazz. We are going to kick it off with fastblocks.com. Martina dropped an article back on August 23rd warning everybody that Crypto Leaks was going to return with a major expose. And for those of you that don't know what Crypto Leaks is, it's just this startup that really sheds light on all these bad actors in the crypto space. And Crypto Leaks has released article number 3. These are articles number 1 and 2, and it's a brief overview. So I will link this to this article in the description and the pinned comment so you can check it out. Now, what's going on with this whole Avax situation? Basically, there are accusations that the CEO and founder, Emim, and this guy named Kyle Roach, a lawyer, have partnered up to basically bring forward class action lawsuits against other cryptocurrencies, foundations, stuff like that. And during that process, they ask for what's called discovery. And this basically requires the people that are being sued to give up important documents, such as phone calls, text messages, emails, like everything relating to their blockchain. Any correspondence they've had, they can ask for this information during this discovery phase of the lawsuit. And allegedly, there was a partnership between this Roach Friedman law firm and Avax Labs, or Ava Labs, excuse me. So what has happened is, of course, Avax is completely denying all these accusations. But as they continue to deny these accusations, Crypto Leaks and this new guy, Christian Agar-Hannson, have come on the scene basically debunking everything Emim and Kyle are saying. So it's just kind of crazy, and it seems as if Kyle Roach has responded to this, and he hasn't updated Twitter or anything like that since, but Emim has seemed to kind of moved on. He's trying to bring the attention off this whole scandal, and he's not really addressing it, like he should be, answering questions, stuff like that. And this is where it's going to get freaking interesting, for that matter. So there was a couple responses, accusations here that Roach owns or owned near 1% of the tokens. He flat out denied it. Well, then just when you think it's not over, Crypto Leaks drops this bomb, quoting Emim. It says, "How could anyone believe something so ridiculous as the conspiracy theory nonsense on Crypto Leaks?" And then they went on to call this Emim out. He says, "See the following from inside Roach Friedman. Supposedly this is an agreement or a document from the law firm with Ava Labs. And as you guys can see, there are percentages here." Now, I'm not seeing any percent or any amount of tokens that were allocated to these individuals. Perhaps that will be revealed later. So there was an agreement for an exchange of tokens with Ava Labs and this Roach Friedman LLP. This is where things got interesting, because what happened was Kyle Roach ended up dragging in Christian Agar-Hannson to the conversation, especially when it came to, I guess, accusing Christian of being the one behind some spy videos in the Crypto Leaks article number 3 that basically recorded Kyle Roach saying some very, shady things. And so Christian responded. He said, hey, I was not the one operating the spy camera, things like that. From my understanding, Christian flew or had Kyle Roach fly to his personal house in like London or Norway, something like that. And they filmed or had those meetings at Christian's house. And it's just this whole craziness of things that have happened since. And one thing, since WikiLeaks, or CryptoLeaks, excuse me, their first articles were on Internet Computer, people are seeing that and all of a sudden blaming Definity, Dominic Williams, and stuff like that. Christian says, hey, Kyle Roach claims I work for you, Dominic. We never met, but I have reached out on Twitter to arrange a meeting. Please reply. I'm happy to share everything I know about Ava Labs, Kyle, etc. This counts for everyone with a dispute with this law firm. So this law firm, this Roach Friedman, has been on a suing rampage of a ton of different cryptocurrencies. As you can see, here's a list of a few. There might be more, I'm not sure. So really, this whole situation that CryptoLeaks has brought to light is really outing these bad actors in the cryptoverse. If we want crypto to succeed, if we want the masses to flood into crypto like everybody's talking about, really, folks, we need to get rid of all these bad apples that are staining this industry. So I applaud Christian, for being outright and straightforward with what he knows. He even invited Eamon and Kyle Roach for a roundtable meeting, and he's looking for producers. So guess what? If you've got a set or something that can allow for this to happen, get in contact with Christian. I would love to see this. So it's nuts. Forbes is starting to pick up on this. And really, this was kind of one of my things when we start talking about lawyers that are using this privilege, because it's a privilege to be able to be a lawyer, because you can be disbarred if you violate ethics. And when it comes down to, ethical dilemmas, from what I've observed in the news, to me, this would have, if I was the bar and I saw an attorney doing stuff like this, suing people uncontrollably to get trade secrets, inside information, man, that really, that's heavy. So basically, we're seeing Christian call on the fact that Kyle Roach and perhaps some at the law firm be disbarred, after these legal actions and tactics that they've done in the past. So things are just getting really wild, folks. Hit me up on Twitter. Let's just take a look at the charts with Avax. So what is going on right now? Well, right now we can see that there could possibly be this gigantic head and shoulders pattern that is forming. And why do I think this? This is not financial or trading advice whatsoever. But you can see that we've got a neckline here. And this might be indicating that we are about to see an exodus from Avax Labs. And this could be present in a lot of different charts across the cryptoverse. So what we can see is this head and shoulders pattern. And really what I'm looking for here is for price to disrupt this pattern. And if we start to see price really climb higher than the $31 mark, $32 mark, I'm thinking that if that happens, there might be a chance to come up and retest this 50 moving average, somewhere in the 40s, quite possibly. But if we see price action maybe kind of turn around here and only make it up to like, the $25, $26-ish level, somewhere in there, I'm going to be kind of worrying a little bit about what's called a bullish Gartley pattern or something like that. Really, that is a pattern that you will see when things start to kind of get bad. And if that does happen, we would see price just kind of go like this. But the writing may already be on the wall if this truly is a big old head and shoulders pattern. So if this was, and we'll just say, this is very hypothetical. Again, not financial or trading advice. But if this is something, that plays out to be some sort of bullish Gartley, what we can see is that, if we draw Fibonacci retracement from X up to A, we can see that right now the price wicks down to the 786. And this would be considered point B. And you wouldn't want this price to exceed this 786 level. We want to technically see a wick to the 61.8, but nothing lower than the 786. And really what I'm looking for is for price to come anywhere in this area here up to this A point right here. And so what I'm going to go ahead here and do is just throw up a little XABCD pattern. Bear with me here. And you can kind of see that we would be looking for like the 127 or the 161.8. And so what would happen is, let's just say that C pans out, the price starts to drop. This could indicate that we are seeing some sort of a bullish Gartley pattern taking place. I would be looking for price to retrace down to the 127% level at about $13.83 or $9.20, perhaps $11.12, somewhere in there. And this could take time. And it really could go lower. It just depends on what happens, in my opinion, with this whole situation that has been extremely, extremely tough to really try to keep tabs on, because it's just developing so fast. When we look at the crypto markets as a whole, when I deploy Fibonacci time sequence upon this chart at a few strategic points, you can see time sequence is very kind of accurate at predicting volatility reversals. Here it predicted a volatility reversal. Same with right here. Same with right here. Price came up, shot back down. In this area, we're talking within a day, few hours, it predicted a significant volatility. Let's see here. And then we've got this volatility, September 6th, 11 a.m. Within like 6 hours of 11 a.m. Central Time, watch for volatility on Bitcoin. What we saw here was a rising wedge, which stripped the markets of its liquidity here briefly. But we are starting to gain some confidence back here, and we are seeing Bitcoin form this falling wedge. The thing about this falling wedge, folks, is it's a very small falling wedge. So typically, the larger the pattern, the bigger the results, and vice versa. Not all the time, but, from my experience, that is kind of what happens. This is not financial or trading advice. I'm saying that a million times here. So this could be some sort of bullish pattern. Watch for some sort of a reversal or increased volatility around 11 a.m. September 6th, folks. So that's kind of what's going on with the markets, and really, getting back to that entire Gartley pattern that I was talking about on Avax charts. We're seeing the same exact setup possibly on the Bitcoin chart. So that doesn't appear to be exclusive to Avax based on this news. At least that's my thought right now. Obviously, if something damning or breaking happens with Avax, we're going to see some stuff hit the fan. So if you haven't already, smash the like button, subscribe. I would truly love to hear from you guys in the comments section on what you guys think is happening with this whole Avax lab scandal? Is it legit or not? I want to hear your thoughts, and we'll see you guys all on the next video.